The debut of the Chevrolet Capital in 1927 was a significant event that brought attention to Chevrolet's aggressive successes in the highly competitive car market of the Roaring '20s. Because it represents a crucial event in the history of the company. This event is noteworthy because it symbolizes that event. Because of the Capital series, Chevrolet was able to solidify its position as a maker of automobiles that are dependable and economical. This was made possible by the Capital series, which was well known for its affordable costs and robust performance. It was because of this that Chevrolet was able to strengthen its position as a maker of automobiles. Because of this, Chevrolet was able to increase its position in the industry and become more competitive. When compared to the Chevrolet Capitals that came before it, the appearance of the Chevrolet Capital was more refined, and the design was presented in a more conventional manner. Not only did it have a design that was more refined, but it also possessed a sturdy and erect attitude regarding its posture. As a result of the fact that it was available in a number of different body styles, such as sedans, coupes, and roadsters, it was able to attract a wide range of potential purchasers, who belonged to a variety of different demographics. The steel body that it was built on was placed on a solid frame, which increased its lifetime and made the ride more comfortable. This was in contrast to the wooden frames that were still being used by some of its competitors up to that point in time. This stood in stark contrast to the hardwood frames that his rivals continued to utilize in their products. This stood out as a significant improvement in compared to the hardwood frames that were previously used. It was the strong inline-4 engine that was installed in the Capital, which had a capacity of 2.8 liters that was responsible for delivering approximately 26 horsepower. Capital was the location where the engine was put. This powertrain was combined with a 3-speed manual transmission, which resulted in a driving experience that was not only straightforward, but also efficient and effective all at the same time. There were a number of significant selling aspects that contributed to the appeal of the automobile among average consumers. These consumers put a high value on the ease with which they could operate and maintain the vehicle over time. The dependability of the engine and the mechanical simplicity of the car were both key selling points within the realm of car manufacturing. The Chevrolet Capital was a vehicle that functioned as a showcase for the technological achievements that were achieved during that particular era. The car was not only well known for its relatively smooth handling, but it also came standard with rear-wheel drive as a basic feature included in the package. One of the innovations in suspension technology that contributed to the achievement of this outcome was the installation of semi-elliptic leaf springs and other similar components. This came about as a result of the enhancements that were made to the system. When compared to the standards that are in place now, the steering was thought to be heavy, despite the fact that it was considered to be responsive for the time period in question. Chevrolet was able to momentarily surpass Ford in the latter half of the year 2026, which positioned the business as the market leader in terms of sales. This achievement occurred in the latter half of the year. The Chevrolet Capital, which is a vehicle that Chevrolet manufactured, was the one that made this kind of thing possible. As a result of this huge impact, Chevrolet was able to firmly establish itself as the leader in the industry. A substantial percentage of its success may be ascribed to its value offering, which provides a combination of reasonable quality and performance at a price point that is affordable. It is probable that this value offering is responsible for a significant portion of its success. The success of the organization is significantly influenced by both of these factors, which are essential contributors. As a result of Chevrolet's dedication to innovation and its capacity to satisfy the requirements of its customers, the Capital series was eventually discontinued and replaced by models that were associated with a more contemporary aesthetic. Despite the fact that the interior of the Capital was not exceptionally huge, it was nevertheless able to convey the message that it was intended to convey. The Capital was created with characteristics that were oriented on functionality. The fact that the interiors were roomy enough to accommodate 5 people in a manner that was comfortable is something that prospective purchasers who are interested in purchasing a vehicle for their family should take into account. To put it simply, this is one of the most important aspects